Yo, what
Yeah.
up? What's up, AJ?
What's up, Coach Charles?
Man, chilling on it. Chilling on it. How school been going?
It's been doing good.
Been doing good.
Yes.
Them grades looking right.
Yes.
All right. That's first things first. Always. You ready? You ready for basketball season?
I am, and we have trials on the 26th on October.
That's right. So just in case y'all don't know what AJ is talking about, we got One Robin All Stars tryouts October 26th. So
Fourth, fourth and fifth grade.
yep,
Fourth
fourth
through eighth.
fourth through eighth. So make sure y'all hit the link, man, and get signed up, or just show up. Either or. So it'll be at South Macon Bill from 12 to 4, October 26th, which is a Saturday. Saturday.
Next Saturday to be exact. You done?
All right.
What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. I'm in a good mood today. My Rams pulled off a win. You know what I'm saying? Pulled off a win, so I'm in good spirits today. I'm in good spirits.
Waste.
What up? What up?
Happy Sunday to all that's tuning in.
Yes, sir. So
What's going on? What's up, y'all?
not much, man. Chilling, man. I was telling Ted I'm all smiles today, man. My Rams pulled off the dub, man. We've been struggling. So
Okay.
Man, I'm over here praying. Jaden Daniels got hurt today. Joker Reeves got hurt, man.
Hey, I just told you that.
Hey, man, he all right, man. I talked to his mama.
He might be, but he gonna have to learn how to
get down.
Yeah, this ain't the
Yeah, he didn't take no shot though. That's the thing. But he all right though. His mama texted me
wear and tear, man. Wear and tear.
Well, yeah, his mama texted me say that he was straight. Then I talked to Magic. Magic told me he was straight. So we looking forward to Chicago next week.
That'll be a good one.
So we all right.
That'll be a good one.
But man,
Go ahead, Ted.
Well, I would say first and foremost, man, prayers going out, man, down to Albany State. Had a tragic incident that happened down there last night. With the gun violence that happened down there last night, man. Prayers to the students and the faculty and the whole Ram community down there, man.
Absolutely.
So we got some locals down there actually. We got a couple girls down there, Wasely, y'all girls, and my got a couple kids down there from Warner Robins. My nephew was actually down there, and we was actually down there visiting my nephew actually when it all of that happened. So yeah, man, just prayers to those kids down there, man, and the whole community down there.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, man. So a lot is on the horizon. A lot. Basketball season is high school basketball season is literally right around the corner. So, man, I'm super stoked about that. Love this time of year. So, Wasey, what's been good with you, man?
Man, just same old, man. Just working on the my content stuff and getting ready for the season. Around September, October, November, all the way through March. Hey, it's on. It's on.
Yes, sir.
So real busy time of year for me as far as that go.
Yeah. And speaking of that, man, we didn't have a couple all middle Georgia teams drop. Talk about it. We didn't have the Mr. Middle Georgia stuff drop. So talk about it.
Yeah, just Charles, I don't know if you got a chance to work. You didn't get a chance to get the graphic, did you? Okay. Okay. No, it's cool. But yeah, we just dropped them last week, man. Just the preseason stuff. Just an early outlook, man, for the boys. The girls will be coming next week. We'll get them out before the season starts as well. We worked on them, just waiting on some stuff to come back and stuff like that. but yeah, as far as the boys go, just wanted to highlight some kids going into the season. Some put a couple eyes on some new names, some freshmen and stuff like that. I've been doing it for 10 years. In the last probably 3 or 4 years, it just was just a list. And prior to that, I was doing analysis with it. So I just felt like this year, man, it was time to kind of bring it back, kind of talk about it a little bit more, to kind of paint a picture of who I'm talking about, why we felt the need to mention them in the preseason, all Middle Georgia stuff like that, and just try to give the viewers a outlook on who is who.
Yep.
And speaking of which, man, Cam Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm speaking from the freshman watch list.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Thomas. Want to speak about him a few?
Yeah, the kid from Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about how much he's gonna play or anything like that. I haven't talked to the coach or nothing like that, but I just know, from the times I've seen him this summer, and then from past and from camps and stuff like that, he's always been a kid that played the right way, can play, can score the ball, good little guard, and it is hard for me to see him not playing any on varsity. Like I said, I don't know exactly what coach's plans are with him, but I do know from what I've seen, he's, I think he got an opportunity to get some minutes. If not start, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he came right in and made an impact down for Perry.
Yeah. And it's another one, Aiden Watts from Washington County.
Yeah, he got some good size. And he 3-sport athlete, man. Baseball, football, basketball kid. Good size on him. Coach threw him in the mix a little bit during June, and he produced, man. And so coach is real kind of excited about him. So I think here's another one who probably gonna get some time and get in there and make a name for himself early, man. He got a chance. He got a real good chance to play right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely, Juke.
And Tamarius Hayes out of Baldwin.
Yeah. TJ. Just a smart kid, man. Small point guard, play hard. He got a little wiggle to him. Now he may be able to make some noise a lot JV wise. Varsity games he'll probably play. But he behind a deep group, man. Baldwin got some guards and they some upperclassmen, and they're a good team. Went to the Final Four last year. I think they'll be in the mix again. Possibly getting over that hump this year, man, as a state championship contender. So he's got it's a good problem to have. He got an uphill battle as far as playing goes. Major minutes, but I think there'll be some opportunity, ball and blow some people out that he'll get in and kind of show what he can do. You never know with a long season, man, what things might happen or whatever the case may be. But I feel like if the opportunity presents itself, he'll be ready. Because like I said, he got something to him.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we got old Braylon Perry, BP out of Mary Persons.
BP. Yeah.
The slasher.
Yeah, physical kid, football kid, another football kid that can play, man. He can play. I don't think the physicality or the size and nothing like that overwhelm him, because he used to it. He used to a physical kid, got a nice body. And he could play, man. So I look for him to step right in and play major minutes for Mary Persons. Not sure how good the football team is doing. I don't know if they been in playoffs when a lot of time the football schools been in playoffs. First, the basketball season kick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he'll be available right off, but if he is, I look for him to play early.
And then you got the big guard, Boogie Plummer.
Yeah, man, Boogie, man, look like Boogie is hitting his stride, man. Right time. 6'3", freshman, that can play, man. He got some veterans in front of him as well, but I don't know. But I think if it's me, I'm looking to kind of have a trio right there with him, Malik, and Cam. I know they got another kid, Josh, that can play as well. So they guard heavy, but Boogie, man, Boogie next up, man. Boogie got a chance, man. He got all the tools, man, to be the next guy from the area. So he another one, man. I'm looking for Boogie to play out. Like I said, I don't know what capacity coach gonna use him in, but I'd be very surprised if he didn't play major minutes. Right off.
Yep.
And last but not least, the silent assassin, Juju. Jarvis
Williams. Yep. Probably, man, one of the best shooters around here, regardless of classification, senior, freshman, whatever. Just a quiet kid, but he can shoot. He can shoot the ball. He's worked on his ball handling a little bit. He's at Central, and so I think he'll have more of a role, a chance at having more of a role, an impact role than probably anybody on the list, just based on team needs. Central need a shooter, another guard that can score the ball. So I think he's in a good situation to play a lot. He may not start off the rip, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the starting lineup for the season end, because he fits a need that Central needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into this third team right here, Wasted, and I'm gonna just name off the names, and you pick a kid you want to talk about. You want to talk about the whole list. On third team, you got Keaton Knight, Trey Bradley, Devin Nelson, Christian Little, and Amos. Is that Toomer?
Yeah, Toomer. Yep. Big kid from Ball. Yeah. So, Keaton Knight, he's a kid that he quietly gets it done. You know what I'm saying? And I've been watching him for a few years, and he just produced, man. He play hard. Ain't nothing really flashy about him, but got a good resume, man, over at Rutland. I think it's some opportunity there for him to have more of a role as far as like a scorer. He may put up a few more points a game this year. But yeah, he just plays hard, man. And when I was going through everything and looking everything over, I was going back and forth with some stuff. I just, I felt like it was time to give him his due, give him his just due, because he, like I said, he's been working for a long time. So, that's the reason I picked him. And, that's it with him. And then Trey Bradley, for y'all, kid coming back to y'all. I know he was at a private school last year, back with y'all. And like I said, man, he is I got him just projected third because, again, I don't know exactly what their roles will be, but I'm assuming he'll probably have a solid role. And if that's the case, I don't look for him to be third team by the time the season ends. That's just based on, you coming back, got a real acquaint himself with the team and stuff like that right there. Missed a year last year from transferring to the private school. So that basically was my projection on him. It had nothing to do with his game or ranking or anything like that. It's just solely based on resume right now. That was a big part of it. So but I think he got all the talent, man, to be high up that list by the time the season over with. And Christian Little, another kid who at Westside, he'll probably be, second or third option. Some night maybe he'll be the first option, just depending on how the game going. He's definitely in that top three over there, though, in my eyes. He's just been working. He's gotten a little bit better every year. And congratulations to him. He just got 2 offers last week. First offer from D2 school, the JUCO. I think he'll get a chance to, maybe get a couple more before the season starts or ends. It just be on him, but he'll have an opportunity, man, to make a little noise over there. He'll be a big part of what Westside does. And like I said, last year he averaged 10 points, 4 or 5 rebounds. Kind of came into his own, worked on his body, got in better shape. So again, I just look for him to continue to build on that. So that was kind of thinking on him. And the Amos, the Bouye Tumor kid, ball was 6'8", big man. He was there last year, but like I said, he was ineligible due to some transfer rules. But like I said, everything I've been hearing, man, he's doing well. You know, he's the missing piece that they feel that they missed last year. If he was there, a lot of them feel like, you know, they probably would have got over the hump. You know, big kid that can run, athletic kid, rim protector, rebounder. Just physical, man. You know, and he got size. Size, that's something you can't teach. So, and I look for him to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? So, that was that. I just projected him. To be an impact kid immediately. You know, because size, not a lot of size running around in this area. So, I think he'll have that advantage, and I think it'll be big for Baldwin. Yep. One more. Who I missed on that tag? The last one.
Devin Nelson.
Yeah. Nelson, the Nelson kid. Man, he just a dirty word player. He's just like a dog, you know, kind of like a agitator. But he can score the ball a little bit when he needs to. And I know, you know, he'll be handling the ball a little bit more this year. They lost a guard or two. I know he'll take on a little bit more of the ball handling responsibilities. We know he can defend. He can defend multiple positions. Just play hard. You know, ain't intimidated by nobody or nothing. And you know, he's that ball and feed off of him, off his energy, and you know, kind of like when I say agitated, kind of think about Patrick Beverly a little bit. So he one of them kind of kids that, you know, every team, you know, you need one like that. So like I said, I look for him to play both sides of the ball pretty well, man. So, and he, like I said, he started some game last year, and he been steadily working and getting better and better. So you know, I think it might be a year that he make another jump.
All right. Moving along to the second team. You got Cam Plummer, House County High, Cam Cherry, Peach County, Brandon Ashley, Southwest, Josh Harton, West Side, and Brandon Ellis from Taylor County.
Yeah. So Cam Cherry, I start with him, man, from Peach County. Just underrated, overlooked, stuff like that. But I always have one eye on him. Been watching him since he was a middle school kid, started coming to my camps. I know he moved in from Florida, but he's been here now 2 or 3 years. Last year, I think Peach County won the region.
Yep.
Yeah, he's first team all region, all state player. You know, just for whatever reason, I don't know why statewide he don't get the recognition. But you know, he always jump off the screen when I watch him. And I expect that to continue. So he's another one that I just, you know, he produced quietly. Ain't a lot of flash or a lot of hype around him, but if we just strictly talking about basketball, he get it done. And so you know, that's why I mentioned him. And then Cam Plummer. Seems like he been around forever, man.
Yep.
Forever, but going into his senior year, and he playing the best I ever seen him play. That's going all the way back to AAU ball this summer and all the way up to the camps. I mean, he looked like he been there before, man. And committed to Voorhees University, man. And I think he's gonna have a big year. I got him second team now, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he makes some major noise, man, because like I said, he don't play a lot of ball, he don't seen a lot. So you know what impresses me when I watch him now, he don't get sped up, he don't get rattled. Just a veteran, man, seasoned veteran kid that done been around. So I look for him to have another big year. And Josh Harden. Josh, man, like I said when I wrote when I talked about him in the article, kind of like a wild card kid. You know, he got the talent to be, you know, the best player. But he been kind of inconsistent. He's up and down with his play. Um, you know, but you know, like I said, he'll be a senior this year. So if he can be more consistent, man, if he can be more consistent, then you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see him, you know, player of the year, Mr. Middle Georgia running, stuff like that. It's just all about consistency and just being visible. That's it. What that tell was it? Juke.
Juke talking a little Noah.
Okay. And
Yeah, I think he's talking about the camp. Yeah.
That's what he talking about.
Cam.
Yeah, hit the game winner. Yeah, hit the game winner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He played good too. He played good. And Braden Ellison, the kid from Taylor County.
Yep.
Yeah, he big guard, man. About 6'4", 6'5". Football player that he committed to Georgia State. But he can hoop. You know, I first saw him last year in a scrimmage game. When they scrimmaged against Central. And he kind of caught my eye. You know, he can move. He kind of big, but he can move. You know what I'm saying? He kind of finesse and physical. And like I said, down in single A, man, you know, it ain't a lot of size down there. So he you know, he gonna probably have his way again. But that's a big kid. Played with Devin Butts Elite this summer a little bit.
Yep.
Kind of showcased himself to a couple people, man. But average 16, 17 again. I look for him to average that, if not more. I get a chance to see him early again. They scrimmage Central again this year in Macon. So I get a chance to put some eyes on him again. But yeah, I don't see him having any drop off as far as production. Yep. So who's the last one?
I think was it Ashley?
Brandon Ashley.
Oh yeah, Ashley. At Southwest. Shooter. Another kid, senior, played a lot of basketball. I think last year he transferred over. That was his first year at Southwest, and it kind of took him a while to kind of feel his way into whatever role, because he was coming from a situation where he was the number one kid, and he went to a team who was kind of loaded top to bottom, and so he was trying to figure some things out early, but towards the end of the year he started to figure it out, started to find his identity with the team, and they went to the Elite Eight. And so I think this year he becomes to the scenes knowing exactly what to expect, what the coach wants from him. And when he get hot, he hot, So he's close to being 1,000-point scorer. So, I mean, I look for him to hit that before the season end. So, yeah, man, another kid, like I said, he's been starting and playing since he was a freshman, and just a veteran kid that, who probably going to have another breakout.
And then now you got the Mr. Middle Georgia watch list, first team.
Okay.
You got Perez, is it Demery?
Yeah.
Baldwin, Chase Dupree, Southwest Macon, Malik Gillespie, Houston County, Gabe Jacobs, Warner Robbins, and is it Zachariah?
Zachariah.
Huh?
Zachariah.
All right, my bad.
Zachariah
Dwight from Chris County.
Yeah, so I just narrowed it down this year to Mr. Middle Georgia preseason watch list.
Preseason, yeah.
That don't necessarily mean
that they the ones being watched.
Third or somebody maybe not even mentioned. That don't mean that, it's open to everybody, but just a preseason watch list. I think those 5 guys will be in the mix, you know what I'm saying? And like I said again, second team, third team, and so forth on, they still, they ain't disqualified. It's just a preseason thing. So I just want to explain that. So them not the only ones who have a chance. So
right.
Yeah. But yeah, I start with Malik, man. Malik, he's been a kid who's been he show a lot during the off season and during the summer ball, with the AAU stuff. a lot of coaches and a lot of people throughout the state get a chance to see him showcase with his AAU team. Uh, with his high school team, he hasn't been as productive as he is during the summer. I don't know what that is, but I expect this year for that to change. I think he got a different mindset. He got a different look to him, and I think he's aware that it's time for him to start producing, no matter where he at. I think freshman, sophomore, you kind of young kid or whatever, but you're going into your upperclassmen years, junior, senior year. The expectations a little higher. I think he's matured a little bit more. I think he understands a little bit better. So I believe the same production, not just offensively, but the way he plays defense, the way he attacks and pass, get everybody involved. I think his stats will go up across the board this year for his high school team. So, and like I said, man, he's probably the most, right now, the highly recruited player in the area as far as, college programs seeking him out. And I think once he starts to put the school ball together with the travel ball and they both go hand in hand, I think he's just gonna continue to, rise up some recruiting boards like that. So but yeah, man, talented kid. And so Chase Dupree, um, another kid, man. Like I said, I saw some stuff from some other outlets that, they got him preseason player of the year in his class and stuff like that. But like I said, he another one been starting since he was a freshman, junior, class of 26. I think again, kind of the same as Malik. They getting older now. I think they're maturing a little bit. Bodies and stuff trying to fill out. He saw some success last year in the playoff, went to the Elite Eight. They got the bulk of the team coming back. So I think he'll be the lead guy over there. But like I said, they got some stuff that, some nights it might be somebody else. But I think on average, I think you can look for Chase to be the guy. Long kid, about 6'3", 6'4", can play both of the guard spots, can play some three if you need him. Just active defensively. Just a kid who steady, man. He's steady. So he'll be right in the mix as well. Chase Dupree. And Gabe Jacobs. Gabe, man, he's a kid who, when he come in as a freshman, I used to talk to you all the time about him. Like, man, how athletic he was, how he can shoot it, and stuff like that. I had some, high hopes, and he got him. He reached his goal. He like they say, more than one way to skin a cat. So he eventually got to where he needed to be. But he's been relatively quiet until this past July. And now everybody knowing. Everybody Gabe Jacobs. But like I said, locally we've been knew who he was, and we saw some flashes of him. Last year he had a 50-point game. Even that he had 14 3-pointers, school record, in a game. And so that didn't get talked about a lot for whatever reason. I don't know. And so he just kind of, he'll show you flashes or whatever, but like I said, look like, again, that maturity level, you know what I'm saying, becoming a senior. Stuff like that. Now it look like he just don't put it all together. And it don't look like he's going to turn back. So, I'm excited to see, how he do as far as keeping the thing rolling. He just committed to North Florida after having a big July with y'all, with the All-Stars. And I don't see that stopping, man. It looked like he got a different look, got a different confidence to him. So, he went from a kid who was not really mentioned at all to now a kid that everybody talking about. And so I look for that to continue as well. And so, that's it with Gabe. And who else we had? Zach and who else?
Demery from Baldwin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Demery, man. I've always liked that kid. Even when he was at the private school, but this is his second year at Baldwin. And I told Coach last year they had some other little guards and stuff like that who Trey Lawrence and Isaiah, the Dennis kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a lot of the headlines and stuff like that, a lot of the attention. But I told Coach Smith, I said, hey man, that Denver kid is your most talented player. He may not have been the best player as far as I would say team need. I would say most valuable last year, but he was definitely the most talented. I think with more of an opportunity with some of them guys leaving the graduation, I think you'll see him. I think he was around, I don't know, 13, 14 points a game. I could see that kid averaging 20 plus points. He can do it, man. He can do it. So I really like him. I think he's gonna have a big role down at Baldwin, and like I said, I look for Baldwin to be, when it's all said and done, I look for Baldwin to be competing for a state championship this year, and I think he'll be the lead guy. Now he got a lot of good pieces around him, but I think them winning it all, he gonna have a lot to do with it as far as scoring. So yeah, that's it with the Correz kid, and then Zach Dwight from Crisp County. About 6'6" kid, athletic, good defender, good help side defender, shot blocker. Get a lot of his points off of putbacks and alley hoops and all that. Just very athletic. Kind of a raw kid. I think he's the best defender on the list as far as guarding multiple positions, on the ball, off the ball, stuff like that. His athleticism allow him to do a lot of stuff defensively, and then once he get out in transition, he gets his points like that, and offensive rebounds and putbacks and stuff like that. He gonna give you, he gonna be in double territory almost every night. So he another one. He down in Chris County, don't get a lot of headlines, a lot of pub, but I see him, and I just recognize good basketball.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
Yes.
A lot of in depth, and on each player, within the rank. Well, I can't say rankings.
Ain't rankings.
It ain't rankings. I mean,
just a preseason projection.
Yeah, preseason projection.
Yeah.
When you see a list, you automatically want to go to ranking, but say ranking, but it's really not a ranking, but it's all projection.
With the analysis piece, kind of going in depth about each player. So I think that's huge, man, because a lot of these kids offer a lot, and some of them, to your point, don't get talked about a whole lot, or somebody might not know what they offer, right? So just having that out there and having an idea of what these kids can do that maybe at a smaller school, may not get that pub, that joint go a long way. So, and best of luck to all the kids, whether you're on the list, off the list. So, but best of luck to them, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just excited about basketball at this point.
Yeah, and hey, starts tomorrow. And the thing about it is, kid, I mean, for anybody, if you're not on the list, get yourself on the list. I mean, that's all you got to do. We always say, put it on the floor. Put it on the floor, it's gonna get noticed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's good stuff, man. So definitely, your Middle Georgia, your watch list. You also got next month coming up, right? We got the hardwood. Hype stuff before you.
Before you get to that, Charles, I want to congratulate Waces while you on.
Oh yeah.
You as well as Coach T. Kyle Sanders, I see his ranking just came out. Y'all ranked number 1 and single A.
Yeah.
Man, so that's a big deal. Baldwin's, I don't forgot what they ranked, but they ranked in the top 10.
2.
Baldwin's ranked in the top 10. Number 2, you said, and I know. Shout out to Coach Cherie as well. She's ranked number 10. I want to say.
Park County was ranked 4.
Taylor County.
Taylor County was 2.
Yeah, Macon County.
Yeah, Macon County was in there. So
girls.
Yeah.
Girls. Okay.
You had it was one more. Was it
Washington County and Dodge County?
Dodge County. Yeah, I know. I seen them.
Washington County was 8 or 9, and all of them, we all in the region with them. So.
Oh wow!
So shout out to all of those girls coaches, girls programs, man, that are ranked in the top 10, being recognized for being successful, man, and being projected to come in highly ranked within the season.
Oh yeah, Jones kind of be on that soon though. Watch what I tell you.
Woo.
As they should.
They'll be on that soon. So that's another thing of just people not informed about the area. They ain't got their eyes and ears on the area like we do. But we'll revisit this in a few weeks and whenever the season starts. And John,
yeah, got about 3 weeks. Got these 2-3 days of trials.
Yeah.
Starts Wednesday, Thursday. Start getting to the business.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
But not Charles, that's like Kenny say, a segue.
It is, but before we get there, I don't want to jump too far. Well, we got a girls all Middle Georgia joint too. So yeah.
Well, like I said, that'll be next week as far as theirs go.
Yeah. So yeah.
With that.
No, so I wanted you to talk about that a little bit.
It'll be the same thing. It'll be just like the boys. We'll have some visual stuff so you can see and follow along, and then we'll have some content where you can read to see who's who. We'll be very detailed. And that, like I said, that'll be next. I would say probably next Tuesday. We'll try to get it out and just kind of give the people a little insight on the girl side. So it'll be the same kind of deal. Yep.
Perfect. Now we can go into the now let's talk about the hardwood. Yeah, the invitational, man.
Yeah. We'll be dropping those matchups as well as far as next week. We got 12 teams, 6 games for the boys, and 10 teams, 5 games for the girls. There'll be back-to-back weekends, November the 23rd and November the 30th. So like I said, keep your eyes and ears open for that. I don't want to give it all away, but we got some top 10 matchups as we always do. Some Division 1 girls, some ranked boys. Some on the boys side gonna be very interesting. We got a lot of area rivalries. That's probably gonna be pretty intense to start the year off. So be looking for that as well next Monday. I say next Monday, and then we'll follow it with the girl stuff on Tuesday. So the Hardwood Invitational matchups and stuff like that'll be out. So, but we all set, ready to go.
All right. So in Middle Georgia, what girls and boys matchups? So if it was a matchup, whether it's gonna happen or it may not be on each other's schedules, and we'll start with the girls. What matchup would you say would be most interesting?
Middle Georgia
from a preseason standpoint.
Preseason. I would say Baldwin girls and probably Central. This year we played each other the last 2 years, and we won't play this year. We had some scheduling stuff that didn't work on either side. I would say that game would be intriguing because, like I said, we beat them by 1 point 2 years ago, and then they beat us by 20 last year. But I don't think necessarily the score kind of told the game. I would like to have seen that game again, for the tiebreaker. So I would say that game on the girl side.
Okay.
On the boys side, I would say Warner Robins and Baldwin. Robins and Baldwin. We may or may not have that one. I don't know. We may or may not. But just they always had a rich history of
Cam.
Yeah, I
What
love
up,
the profile.
Cam?
I love the profile pic, man. Got
But
pops on that.
yeah, man, they got a big tradition for both of them schools. So two of the top teams in the area with some of the bigger names, and so ball only one Robbins, I would say, on the boys' side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta let me get my guy right, man. Before Tat answers this question. Hold on. There he is.
What up, fellas? What's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Hey, I'm here. I made it.
Yeah. Better late than never. You know what I'm
Better
saying?
late than never, man. Better late than never.
Yep.
Waste. What's up, Waste?
I can't call it, man.
Everything good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So KP, just to get you caught up. So we was Waste was about to give his answer. So the question is, what matchup would you want to see? Middle Georgia high school basketball, boys and girls. So his first one was Baldwin and Central, and then the boys, I think, was Baldwin and Warner Robins because tradition and things like that. Two good programs. So yeah. And then we waiting now we kind of waiting on Tat, see what Tat about to.
Oh, let's see. My two will probably be girls. Probably Warner Robins and Dodge on the girl side. Or Warner Robins and Central on the girl side. Boys, I would like to see Houston County and West Side.
Yeah. If that question was gonna get around to me, I was gonna say that matchup.
Houston County and West Side.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see. But because, like you say, if you look at lineups, the lineups are, I ain't gonna say similar. Nobody has that much size. You got guards that can match each other.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches is just about the equal. I don't know. I think it'll be a good game. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. So go ahead, KP. You said I think you kind of got the same thing. We'll pass it to you.
That took my answer.
Took your answer. Well, you give another one. It's more than one matchup. If the people.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Houston County and Baldwin.
Yeah. That'll be a good matchup as well.
Yeah.
Baldwin and West Side be a good matchup as well. Baldwin and Southwest, Warner Robins Southwest. I mean, you can go on and on with those matchups. Washington County. I mean, Washington County got some guys over there too. You throw Washington County in the mix.
That Warner Robins Southwest would be nice.
Yeah. But
interesting. So we just talking.
I tell you this. Rutland.
Yeah, Rutland gonna look different. So since they got that new coaching staff,
I like that coach, man. I like the coach.
Yeah, they've been in the corner on that.
Rutland, Washington County.
Ooh, that's a good one, Tat. That's a real good one.
I think Rutland, Washington County would be a great game.
Yeah, Rutland. He got Rutland. They play hard. They play the hell out that zone. He got them on, and they're very active in it. I think they lost one of the key shooter. I say shooter anyway. The Brook kid. I think he had an injury. I don't know if he'll be back this year or not. I don't know. But I don't think he'll be there to start the season. But that'll be a little blow. But like I said, he got him playing hard. So whoever the replacement is, I know if he in there, he's gonna be somebody that's playing hard. So
Yeah.
Hey, so what would y'all think would be a good matchup for Jones County's girls?
Ooh.
Jones and Baldwin, Jones and Central.
Yeah, they gonna be a
Jones gonna be a testy little group.
They'll be a top 3 girls team in the area this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ending them matchup. Dodge,
Yeah.
Dodge, man. Listen, that big girl, that Lyric Green.
Yes.
She a load. So,
do we know what's going on with her recruitment?
She got a lot of mid-major stuff. I know, like I saw Eastern Kentucky, Jackson.
Okay.
Who else it was? She got a Bethune-Cookman, stuff like that. So she
tough.
And by 6'2", just physical, just rebound, the banger, and all of that. She likes physicality. So they always play tough. Even the guards play hard. They defend.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have something to say. Don't count Dodge County out now. So
yeah,
they'll have something to say.
And she's a senior this year?
Yeah, she's a senior this year.
Okay. Yeah. I love her game.
Oh yeah.
Love her game.
I like to see them play ball and Dodge and Baldwin, man, just for the big girl.
Yeah.
So so a lot of possibilities out there, man. A lot of matchups. Some probably will actually happen. I know some of them to scheduling and trying to work around that stuff is.
Well, let's put Wasey on the spot a little bit. Wasey, any of them matchups you heard might be happening anytime soon?
We'll know Monday, man. I told him we're gonna drop.
Yeah. KP trying to get a spoiler alert.
Yeah, we'll let the cat out the bag Monday, man, and see what's going on.
All right.
Not tomorrow, but the following Monday.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be anxiously waiting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So, hey, real quick. So, everybody doing good? How y'all straight? I got here late, man. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we good. Are you good?
Hey, man, it was a good day. It was a long day. It was a good day. Things happen. Adversity happened, and we built right through it. So yeah. My whole family just cussed me out, but it was all good.
Man, don't worry about that. I get cussed out every day.
They told me it was all my. So I got a flat. We got a flat. Right, and they told me it was my fault because I kept riding on the side. I was like, that didn't have nothing to do with it. Oh man, Boogie let me have it.
We don't say much,
right? He told me it was all my fault, and we even had the dog with us, and the dog was looking crazy at me. So
the dog going to
yeah.
Hey, I got cussed out going to the cheer competition yesterday. And we were still on time. So it is what it is. I just look at it and say, all right.
It happens, huh?
Yeah, whatever. I look at it and say one thing. Yeah. What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus
do?
Yeah.
He would forgive me.
Hey, but man, basketball season start tomorrow, man. What y'all think about the upcoming season?
Man, like I said, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's high school basketball. I mean, I don't know no other way to put it, man. So I'm gonna try to get to see all these youngsters. I mean, virtually impossible with my kid playing, but I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try. So
I'm just, man, like I said, every year I just look forward to the new challenges, man. It's a new team every year. Despite the personnel or whatever the case may be, just having the opportunity to coach them up, see them grow, see people, new players, having the new roles, new coaches, and new situations and stuff like that. You always be able to see who will separate themselves. So I'm always excited about the unknown, so to speak. And like I said, all this preseason stuff, whether it's rankings or all Middle Georgia, whatever it is, it's just straight projection, and you don't never know until you step in between the lines. So that's it for me. I'm always excited about the unknown.
Yeah, and kind of to piggyback off what you're saying, Waits. I'm excited to see new players step into new roles.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we had a lot of guys that have been doing it that graduated last year. Right. Guys, and when I say guys, I'm saying on both sides, for the young lady and for the boys, that had been consistent at the schools, like with that. So now you got the younger ones coming behind across the board. So I'm excited just to see that aspect. Who gets out there and build their name. Everybody want that light until the light get on you, and it's a different game when I got to bring the ball up, or I got to take the last shot, or I got to do certain things. So just to see who's ready to step up. And I think we have more than capable young people ready to do that because they put in the work, they put in the training, all those things.
Oh yeah.
But until they get into that, that crowd out there with the officials out there, and it's a hostile environment, and things are going on, that's when it kind of all comes together. So I'm excited just to see the new crop of kids coming in and embracing that.
KP, I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm excited about seeing a ref that she called travel more than anybody I know. Jab step, it's a travel. Jabs, I counted one day. Both sides. She consistently does it on both sides. Now she don't do it for one or the other.
Charles, the season ain't started yet, man. Get over the refs.
Hey, man, hold up.
Already. They joking to win a whole what is summer league where they got makeshift refs, and I ain't said a word. And you got to the real.
Hey, y'all asked him what he excited for. He telling you.
Yeah, that thing was crazy, man.
This is an officials friendly show, man.
He's trying to see if she don't work no her game.
Right. Thank you, Wade. We talking about the kids growing and developing. Hell, refs gotta develop too.
Man, listen.
Are they gonna call a travel on a Euro step? So it's crazy though. So it's crazy. So beginning of the season, and some kids, I get it. Some kids do be traveling, but some kids are they pretty crisp and they
yeah.
It's like dang, I didn't see that one, but okay. But I want to see that growth too. So
yeah.
Well, you know what they say on the Euro step to my if they gather and all this type of stuff, to gather with the step, and I clearly said it. So what do you call on a regular layup? When you get it and you gather and you go 1-2, you still taking a step as you gather in the basketball.
But you know what? So in the beginning of the season, we see a lot of travels called. As the season goes, they call it less. Would y'all agree?
Yeah, because they know it's some bull too.
Yeah, as the season goes, they call it less and less. So it's like
I think when the season first started, they kind of, I don't know, kind of like trying to play with new toys on Christmas.
Yeah.
When they get it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, what's working? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's still working.
It's a new rule that they got this year. I don't got what it was. Man, there's a new rule that I gotta find it. But it's something.
I was gonna ask how y'all think the shot clock has been received. So this is last year was the first official year, right?
Yeah, it's been in stride. I don't think nobody had any issues with it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think big deal about it, but at the end of the day, basketball is basketball,
Well, you seen a bunch of these states start crying last year, talking about they should have the shot clock because they had a bunch of scores and Joker was 8-6 at the end of the game, and Joker was holding the basketball, and they told my now everybody wish they had a shot clock so they won't be able to hold the ball.
So I'm gonna change gears here a little bit. So not last week, but the week before last week, so I kind of went off on a rant.
Yeah,
I kind of went off. Yeah.
You finna apologize 2 weeks later?
No, I ain't finna apologize. I still think the way I think now. Just saying. I'm just trying to get everybody else's thoughts on transfers, right? In Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember? I think I sent Tat. I think I sent you an article.
Oh yeah.
So I sent Tat an article about transfers. So there's other states that are doing transfers, and this stemmed from. So let me back up. So the reason I went off on a rant, they was talking about doing the regions by programs who historically good.
Oh yeah.
Da 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 da. So in my mind, I'm like, a lot of these programs are historically good because they get transferred. Whether it's, hey, they've been a successful program for over years and years and years, and kids are just transferring there, or if the coaches or program is recruited. That's neither here nor there. But kind of like the NIL, right? When you start leveling the playing field, the competition rises. And that's the point I was trying to make. So if you open up the transfer for these high school kids, there's ways you can do it. The playing fields will level. Would y'all agree? Or do you agree with programs, what they're trying to do? Hey, this program is this, so we're gonna make them 5A, 6A, or whatever they was trying to do. But would you agree that if the transfer portal was open, that the level of play and competition would rise?
What do you mean, like high school? What do you mean, like
High school?
My high school.
So if you can go to any high school you want to go to, right? So, and to Charles' point, right? So what he was saying was, certain schools are known for certain sports. So you can go to any school you want to go to because it's a basketball. It's known to be a basketball school. So if I want to transfer there to kind of put myself in the best position, get the training, all of those things, right, to go along with that, play the top competition, regardless of where I was zoned for, I could go to that school.
Right.
Right. To kind of summarize that.
I say this. As far as where we at in the state of Georgia, I think they got it right as far as what they did this year with letting private schools only play private schools, particularly in the playoffs when it comes to championship time. Because I don't know why it was ever like it was where they were mixed in with public. But the reason I think they got it right with that is because they're playing on a different field than the public schools are. They are allowed to do pretty much what y'all just was talking about. While the public schools are restricted from doing that kind of stuff. So I guess if you're going to have it that way, then the way to do it would be how they did it. That means if you're able to have the ability to recruit and all of that, then y'all got to play each other versus the ones that don't have that luxury. I say that I agree with that, but the other stuff, man, I stand clear. I stand clear on it. And
but let me ask you this, Wace, and I'm just thinking. Let's just say back when Wilkinson County when Jeter was down there. With Jeter's enrollment that he had, which was single A enrollment, what they're talking about doing now, what he was doing is moving him up classifications because he was winning.
No, I think they should stay wherever they are based on the population of the school.
Right, but they talking about doing away with that, and the success of your program is where they basically is going. So if Jeter won what 9 state championship, 10 state championships, and was there almost every single year,
right?
He probably would end up in 6A.
So what's going to happen? Seems like if they do that, you're going to have all of the traditional powerhouses playing against each other.
Right.
And you're going to have lesser competition playing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I don't know how that's going to be interesting to the fan base.
But Kenny brought up a good point too. So what do you base it off of? Football, baseball, basketball? Was it going to be a separate region for each one? So it's
you're in different classifications per sport.
Right. So now just think about this. Just think about Wilkinson County winning all those state championships in basketball, and you moving them up to 6A. We're moving the whole program up to 6A because of basketball, and they playing Beaufort
And football.
and football.
Yeah, that's why I say just leave it.
Man, shit.
You just base it on the population of the school.
Yeah, that's the only fair way to do it. If you're going to do that, that's why I came in and say, if you're going to do that, open up the recruitment, right? That's what you're going to do. Open it all the way up.
So you saying a one time? Or you saying, because I think that thing said it was a one-time transfer.
So
transfer.
So yeah, a few states do it different. One of them got a one-time state transfer as a freshman, and then, you get one throughout your career, one transfer throughout your career, high school career, right? And then some of them, another one was, as long as you transferred before this date, you was good. So it's just every state is different. And I ain't saying be the Wild Wild West. You got to put rules in place, but yeah, I'm just saying.
I think, like I said, I'm glad that they got all of the private schools playing each other playoff time. I think that's fair because I think it's clear that they playing on a different field as far as and not all of them, but the ones that are in the mix all the time. I think you can clearly see that they got a crop of athletes that on a regular basis a public school won't be able to contend with because of that,
Ain't that the same way with some of those city schools?
What you mean?
They able to get them in. I mean that's why that's Beaufort population ain't no 1,700, 1,800. I don't believe. But they in the they in the highest classification, right? 6A. They ain't got over no 2,000 students.
Oh, I don't know their population.
Yeah, I don't think they got over no 2,000 students, but I know they got their heavy.
Are they able to 6A?
Huh?
So how are they determining whether or not they're in 6A?
I think with the multipliers.
Oh, yeah. So with the multipliers, then that's gonna make it
right.
Yeah.
So wait, can you just talk about the could you mention a couple of times with the private schools playing straight private schools? What was it previously?
I think they had it like what they just went back to some years back. Then what they did was they mixed them in with the public schools. So during the state playoffs, Holy Innocents can play ball, or like Mount Perrin girls. I'm just using the girls because I'm more familiar.
Right.
Mount Perrin could play Central, or like they did last year, they played Josie for the championship. The single A, I think Montgomery County girls played Green Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery, they board wrote a letter. I mean, they went out and got their own banners that said that they were the public school single A champions after they lost to Green Forest because, they was complaining about the foreign students. They had some 6'4", 6'5" African girls, and they had
that's different, bro.
They had some kids from Russia and all of that. So Montgomery County, the people at the school and the board and that district didn't like it. And so they wrote a complaint. I mean, you go out there and find it. They wrote a complaint, and they went and bought them banners and trophies, and they said that they were the GHSA public school champions. So that's how that went. So now they won't have that problem, because now Green Forest got to go play Mount Perrin and Holy Innocents and St. Francis. All of them got to fight each other now.
And is that still going to be under GSHA?
Yeah, it just be private. Yeah.
Private.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's fair. That's fair.
And I ain't gonna lie now. I think so. What'll happen is two things will happen. You'll give some of the public schools who don't have the luxury to bring in a kid from Africa and Russia, or the 5-star from Michigan, or whatever the case may be. Little country town like Montgomery County, they'll be able to play, in my opinion, fair competition. Because the playing field will be more level. And then on the flip side, you look at a Mount Perry who three-peated. They won 3 straight championships versus public schools. And then you got now they'll have to face like a St. Francis, who just as loaded as they are with talent, Holy Innocents, or Hebron Christian. Now they got to fight with each other because if all of y'all stacking up on this talent, then let's see who the best, I guess.
Right.
So I think that's fair.
I agree.
Because they can recruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
I want to see it. And it used to be like that. It used to be like, I don't know what was the reasoning for mixing them. I don't know. Maybe it was to help more private schools get more state championships because they all went to, Holy Innocent was 4A, Mount Perry was 2A. You had St. Francis and some other ones who were single A. You know what I'm saying? So now you had at the bottom or in the middle, you had 4 or 5 private schools with state championships, and then the public schools kind of left out to dry.
So they're all in the same, I guess. So private schools is own classification now.
No. You still got some that are gonna be 3A, some still gonna be single A, some still gonna be double A. They're in different classifications, but when the state playoffs start, they all go to one.
Okay.
They'll just play each other in that state playoff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for educating me on that.
Yep.
Because when I was like, some people may not be clear, I was some people.
Yeah.
I'm some people.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, did y'all talk about the girls rankings, state rankings, team wise?
We did.
About that.
We did. So, what is y'all thoughts on So there's some preseason NBA, right? Some preseason NBA. There's some exhibition college games.
WNBA finals.
WNBA finals. I want to start with so I seen some exhibition games, right?
My boy Bronny had 17 the other night.
Ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
17. Bronny had 17.
Bronny was balling the other night.
Bronny had 17. My boy, matter of fact, my boy Stephon Castle looked good, bro. Stephon Castle looked good.
Yeah, he do. Over with the Spurs, yeah.
Over with the Spurs. Bruh. He looked good. So, and
Connect looked good.
Oh, well, we knew he was gonna be good. Kid out of Tennessee. I was high on him. But speaking of the Lakers, though, there was a kid that was with. I don't know if you guys seen on the radar. I've been posting about the kid that was in Quinlan.
That play with the Atlanta Hoops.
Play with Atlanta Hoops. Right? Yeah. So play with Atlanta Hoops. Got to meet Steph Curry. He had 22 points in that same game. I think Connect went off. Had 22 points, man. And the kid started at Rice University, transferred to Xavier this last year, and got a chance, man. So
you got a contract.
Yeah. Like, bro, that's huge. Like, so, and I think the message was, hey, just keep working, man. Like,
they'll find you.
They'll find you, right? If you're doing it, you'll find you.
Even more than that, I just think is more than they'll find you. I just think if it's for you, it's for you.
Yep.
If it's meant for you, it's gonna be for you no matter what.
Yeah.
So did y'all see his interview? His post game interview?
I was in and out on. I saw a little bit.
I
Read a couple of his tweets and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So I didn't see the whole thing, but I seen the part where he was talking about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Just being his favorite player. Yeah. And just that interaction alone, I thought that was worth something, right? Because we always hear about the negative stuff and all of those things, but when you have those genuine moments, and he seemed very genuine about that moment,
bro.
That I like that.
So for every kid that's watching, and then I think to waste your point, if that's for you, it's going to be for you, right? But here's a kid that's playing on in the independent circuit,
on an independent team,
and just kept doing what he loves to do, right? And just kept going. And look what this kid got a 2-way contract, man. And to me, dog, that storyline, what Bronny's doing is amazing. Like I'm happy for him. But if you from Georgia, right, and a lot of kids can relate to that young man that we know, that's in our direct.
But you know what though, a lot of kids can relate to his story, but they won't. You know why? Because they want to relate to Ant-Man. They want to relate to Stephon Castle. They want to relate to their story versus
thinking that's the only way it can be, huh?
Right.
Yeah. I talked to Sean because he know him a little bit more personally than what we do. So Sean just said he's the kind of kid that had the mindset of wasn't the most talented, but he wasn't gonna let you out working. And even when he was at Rice, Sean said that's how he went in. I think he said, if I ain't mistaken, when we was talking, I think he said the coach wanted to redshirt him at Rice, but I guess he got in there in the way he worked and his work ethic. He kind of forced the coach to play him. So that's the kind of kid he is, man. Like I said, I don't know him that in depth, but I'm familiar with him. But that's just something me and Sean was talking about. A lot of kids don't have that work. They say they want it, but when it's time to put the work in, like the real work, where ain't nobody watching, ain't nobody filming, and they ain't really built for it like that. And I know that for a fact.
Well, and here's the thing, right? So I think we talk about it all the time, but it's more of a reality than we can even say. It gets harder and harder, right? This game will start separating you from what you thought you wanted versus what you really want. At a certain point, who's going to put the work in? Who's going to be able to deal with certain things mentally once you get to school? Once you get in that process, are you willing to continue on to do those things to get you there? And a lot of kids aren't. And I mean, and I would say, I guess, no fault to them, right? If they aren't, but understand it's a lot of hard work that goes into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's path is different.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to bring it up because I think that's a great storyline, and to have something that close, right? Kid played at Westlake and and is getting the opportunity. So if you don't know the story, if you haven't been following social media, definitely look into it. It's a great storyline. Young kid from Georgia. So
yeah.
But
yeah, Charles, preseason. I watched some preseason stuff.
Watch preseason games.
It's been cool. It's been cool to watch the preseason stuff.
I'm trying to think.
The basketball is back, right? Exciting. And I've even seen a few preseason college games or exhibition games.
Exhibition game. So let me ask you this. I know. Tap. Ja Morant. What do you think? A preseason outlook. What do you think happens with Ja Morant? You think he's going to be an all-star and he's going to pick up where he left off, or you think
I think he'll be an all-star.
He'll be an all-star?
I think he'll be an all-star. Now, are we saying starter in an all-star game or reserve, right? Because what fans vote for somebody, right? For the reserves or the starters? No, they vote for the starters, right?
Ja Morant, man.
It depends on who we want to be. He's very popular with younger players.
He's
He is.
he's flashy.
Right.
He's athletic. He is playgroundish. But I don't know if
He's still on Nike too, right?
I don't know if his style is gonna result to winning. Like they're gonna win games, but I'm saying I don't know if his style of play is championship.
Yep, I agree with you, Wes. He'll have the highlights. He'll have all of that stuff. But yeah, I agree with that.
Man, Ja Morant, first round exit.
Yeah, he like I said, he'll give you some box office stuff, and
He gonna be in the playoff game.
Can he be the star of your team and y'all win?
they might go past the first round. I could see him going second round.
In the West though?
Yeah, I don't know if is what's the name be back this year? They still got him, Adams.
Adams with Houston.
Steven Adams.
He gone. He with Houston now.
I think he with Houston.
Because they drafted a big boy from Purdue, didn't they?
Yeah.
Zach Edey.
Yeah.
I think he had a good game the other night.
I mean, they had, like I said, they had some good like role guys. I don't know, man. I ain't familiar with the entire roster. I gotta go look it up.
Yeah. So it's just a question. So I know I know how that feels. I think this came up. So
I know it's interesting though that I wanted to talk about.
Come on with it.
Come on with it.
Tony Bennett from Virginia,
Retired.
Yeah, why did he retire?
The gist of it is basically the new landscape of college sports with,
So he didn't figure this out 2 weeks before the season started.
the NIL. Well, I think because I asked the same question and somebody told me they think it was one of them things to where he did it this way to kind of so he can kind of get one of his boys the interim job. You know what I'm saying? Because if he had to did it,
okay.
You know, if he had to did it earlier, maybe they would have did.
Now they started searching all that.
Yeah. So like now it's so close, we got to just give it to somebody that's here and let them kind of audition on the job, so to speak.
Right.
So that they said that's what they think the timing was about. But the bigger thing for me is listening to this interview, talking about, you know, he's saying he ain't against it, but basically need to be some rules and regulations on it. But he is let me see, you got Tony Bennett, Jay Wright from Villanova, Roy Williams from North Carolina, Coach K from Duke, and then on the football side, you had Nick Saban, who was outspoken about it as well. So that's 5 Hall of Fame coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think everybody I just named are national champions. I think it says 2 things. It clearly said they can't adjust to it, or they're not willing to adjust to it. But I don't think, I think it's saying like now the players have more control.
It does, yeah.
Sometimes they're making more money, or how a college kid making the NIL deal might be a little bit more money than, you know, maybe the coach.
And the coach, yeah.
Maybe on a yearly, because I know I've heard Shallow and Bronny was getting $4 and $5 million.
So you see the kid, AJ Abonsti wants 7 to 9 mil.
So I think that's hard for certain coaches to stomach, right? And it's a gift and a curse to that. So I do feel
should it be a cap?
Should it be a cap? I tell you this, and I think you're seeing it with some of the rule changes, because I know they're going away from walk-on spots. They give you 15 scholarships, and then they give you unlimited official visits. I just think amateurism will be gone in about 5 years. I don't think it'll be amateurism no more with the way it's going.
So does that hurt the game, Wasey, for college?
Yes and no.
So let me throw this point, right? So Ace Bailey, right, playing for Rutgers which is an Adidas team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think didn't he wear Nikes?
Now him and Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper daddy came on it, tweeted and said Dylan Harper gonna wear Nike all season long.
So what does that do to the? And I from what I understand, they got NILs with Nike, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does that take something? Does that do something? I don't know, right? So if the school is Adidas and they're Nike, they sign with Nike. Does that disrupt anything? Is this the
under normal circumstances that would happen? I don't know what's going to be of that. It's going to be interesting to watch and see.
Yeah,
but a lot of times those if you Adidas ain't gonna be able to outbid Nike, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Rutgers end up being a Nike. But I don't know how the contract stuff works.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you got people with money who will buy it out, who will take the hit. So I don't know, man. But that goes back to player control. That would have never happened 10 years ago.
At all, right?
10 years ago, you couldn't tell Rutgers you weren't wearing Adidas, or you going to another school.
But that's the problem. I think with a lot of them, they losing the control over the player.
Well, I think too, they know now. I think they even making it now where you can transfer. Man, I think you're gonna be able to. Think you're gonna be able to transfer like mid-year or something. I think that stuff is on the table. So
and possibly play.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
But see, that's why I said amateurism gonna go away. That's why these coaches retiring because they used to. So with that, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The transfer portal, I'm on board with because I had I was directly in it with my son. So I seen where if it wasn't in place, he would have been stuck in a situation and they would have been able to drive a narrative that wasn't true. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, the coaches that, long story short, coaches that recruited for 3-4 years coming out of high school left his freshman year, and then a new coach was hired, basically a whole new staff. He decided to stay, which is I don't recommend. But he decided to stay, and then the new staff come in, and then they brought their crop of guys or whatever, and he still was able to start the first 7 games, and they were 6-1, and he was the second leading scorer on the team, behind Castleton, who's in the NBA right now, and he was number 1 in 3-pointers made and 3-point percentage, and again, second leading scorer, 6-1. You would think that he was producing,
right?
But the 8th game of the season, he got a DNP. He went from a starter to a DNP. He wasn't in trouble. He wasn't hurt. He didn't beat up a girl. He didn't smoke weed. It was a DNP. No explanation.
Coach's decision.
DNP. Your second leading scorer. Number 1 in 3-pointers. You 6-1 through 7 games. You're ranked. I think they were ranked top 15 at the time. Mm-hmm. And then the next 2 out of 3 games, you go on a trip and he gets 2 DNPs in 8 minutes. And again, not in trouble. Didn't miss a practice. 4.0 GPA. I ain't failed a drug test. All of the above. And the explanation was, that's on me. I got to do better. In a normal circumstance, he would have been stuck with an untrustworthy coach.
Right.
Didn't have his interest. So the transfer portal allowed him to go have a better college experience.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's why I'm gonna always be for the portal.
Wait, see, and not to dive too deep into the personal side of it, right? But during this time when a new coach came in, I'm sure there was conversations that was had, right, with you all.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see-
Oh yeah, we
yeah. Hey, you're our guy. You're one of our guys. Type of
built
thing.
around you, you know, this, that, and everybody around here saying we need to keep you, and you the one, and then all of a sudden, you know, 7 games in, you know, some of the politics, you know, he's from Georgia, we're in the state of Florida. AAU program directors are calling, and if you don't do this, you don't do that, you won't get this guy, you won't. My ear to the street, so I know about all of it. And so, but somebody on the outside looking in would be like, "Oh, he can't play. Oh, he," like they were trying to imply on the broadcast, DNP. You know, they was trying to imply that he did something, and I wasn't having it because I know it wasn't true.
Right.
But a lot of kids don't have an advocate.
Right.
A lot of them don't have somebody that knows the ins and outs of how it works. Everybody ain't got somebody like me who wasn't scared to go down there, and they had the athletic director of the university there, and I didn't care. I didn't care who was in the building because I'm on the side of the right. So a lot of people ain't got that. So I just went down there, and I was ready to take him home. And you know, you ain't gonna tell me what to say. You ain't gonna tell me what not to say, because I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. And so, if you want me to take him home, that's what I came to do. But you know, they got together and they started him a few more games, and he ended up playing 20 minutes a game, and he had a decent year, but the trust was gone, and the transfer portal allowed movement, and you know, and so I'm for that in a situation like that. Now where I don't like it is if you a kid that started every game and you all conference first team, and you know, you got everything at your disposal right there, and then at the end of the year, I'm just gonna leave because of whatever. You know, I don't understand that. That's where it kind of becomes a curse. But it's definitely a gift for kids who in unfavorable situations like that. So,
is there any way it can be regulated
with the portal?
Yeah,
I would. So it was kind of regulated where they were saying you can only do it one time, but something with a lawsuit happened, and they went to, now you can do it many times you want to, and then even the guys that did more than once that had to sit out, they gave them that year back after.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So now I don't think they can regulate it because somebody was suing the NCAA about it, and man, it's just all kind of loopholes and stuff like that. But you know, it's gonna kind of be hard to go back and regulate it now. That's why I think they open up a Pandora's box that with the NIL and the transfer portal, it's just, I'm telling you, man, y'all will see in about 3, 4, 5 years. It's gonna be like free agency every year, negotiating. You know, amateurism gonna be gone, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing that now.
Yeah, I ain't all the way mad about it though, because like I said, I've seen some things, and I think if y'all watch Luis's media day, I think y'all can kind of hear some of the stuff in his answers. When he answers the question, when he talks about ethics and morals and stuff like that, because he did everything the right way, and he saw how that didn't matter when it came to politics and stuff like that. So
right.
Yeah.
But I guess so help me understand. So because you got that side of it, right? Then you got the side of you got, I guess, coaches that look at things a certain way of, if you're a freshman coming in or something along those lines, you are going to possibly sit, or you got to build your way up to certain things, right? So how do you if you're a parent navigating through this thing, right? And you know, some parents are quick to, oh, you're doing my baby wrong, when technically that's part of that process of coming along, right? Versus something that you guys went through. How do you kind of navigate that?
Well, you just gotta have as honest as you can get conversation with the coach during the recruiting process. You know, what are we bringing him in for? How do you see him? And we had a clear understanding of that with the people that recruited him.
Right.
And I think you kind of saw it, and that's why the stock was so high going into his sophomore year, because the original staff had a plan for him.
Right.
But the new guy come in and he had an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a plan. So I think, you know, as best you can, because you can't never tell, because, you know, the previous staff told me they weren't going to leave. Matter of fact, the guy signed a contract extension the year Loacy got there. He signed a contract extension that year and still left.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you have to, you know, try to have as honest a conversation as you can and see what they see where you stand, like what's your role, how long you gonna be here,
Yeah.
how thin, blah blah blah, and you kind of all of it is stepping out on faith. You're taking a leap of faith because you'll never know till you get in it.
Right.
So I would just say that, and then base your decision on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, good stuff, right? Good stuff. Talking to some guys now that are kind of in first year of school, right? And it's not what they expected, or it's this, that, and the third, and it's one of those things. I guess to your point, saying where the right questions asked, and then does level matter or factor?
No, it don't matter. Cause all them coaches got agendas. They got relationships with certain groups of people. They got promises they done made to certain people, and you know. So now the level don't matter. You just got to make sure you're an advocate, and you have somebody who can help advocate with a little. I guess the young people call it clout. So having a Sean Williams on your side is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's an extra voice who can advocate.
Yeah.
You always want to have. You never want to go, send your kid somewhere where you can't pick up the phone and call the head coach, and he answers, or he call you back, or he texts. If he never got time for you, and there's always the assistant coach, he sure ain't gonna have time for you when adversity hit.
Right.
So you gotta look at all that kind of stuff, man. All of that matters. All of that matters, because a lot of times it ain't about the game. It ain't about basketball. I might be biased, but I don't think, me knowing my son, if you just put him out there and just it's strictly about basketball, I'm gonna pick him a lot of times over guys you put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it ain't always about basketball. It's not always about basketball.
So, and kind of getting back to your original point with the NIL stuff, that stuff is factoring into. So it's negotiating now, right? So when I'm getting recruited,
It's
I'm
not
negotiating. It's not supposed to be, but it's not supposed to be, right? But it's negotiating into, now we're paying this kid X amount of money, or we got deals lined up for him.
School not paying nothing. You gotta remember,
The
school ain't paying nothing.
But I think they done made it now.
Well,
they can pay them.
They can, but initially, school ain't paying nothing. So that money you get
was though.
But you gotta think about it. Think about the kid. Was the quarterback in Nebraska? I forget what the kid was at. It was a quarterback.
Yeah, he was at.
He didn't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't received none of his NIL contract money. Like, hey, man.
We talking about somebody different. But they got these collective. They call them collectives. Who brokered the NIL deal, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
somebody's still saying if we paying this kid this and why ain't he playing?
well,
But
it's like now it's gonna be.
It ain't and I get it. It ain't supposed to be the school, but somebody's.
But you got to think, KP. So the way it was explained to me, the 13th man on the bench getting an NIL deal.
No, I'm with you. But I'm saying the high bucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right. So we.
I see what you saying. I got you.
It's to me. You still can't tell me it's not a conversation saying, "Hey, we want this kid."
Yeah. I'm with you.
Kid, right.
with
so now this $1 million or whatever come into play, and well, they ain't doing what they supposed to do in practice, so we ain't gonna play him. Well, hold on, I just forked over $1 million, and this kid got my brand on him, so I need to see him out on the court in order to make this whatever. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah, it's all of that's factoring in who play and who don't, and who play what minutes. You know, because so you'll see a lot of times people have like rotations, and no matter how the game go at 13 minutes, these kids coming in at 60. So all of that ain't necessarily basketball per se,
right?
And that's just how it is. That's just the landscape. So sometimes, you know, they can create narratives, man. They can talk up a player and say, "Oh, he did." I mean, you see it with Bronny, but of course he's under different circumstances with his dad. But I've seen kids. We'll say Peyton Watson. A couple years ago, he got drafted in the first round. I think he averaged 3.1 points per game on the season at UCLA.
In college.
And he was a first round draft pick. That ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
Right.
Him going first round ain't got nothing to do with basketball, in my opinion. You know, you see kids who I won't call a name, but that was a kid on the Florida team with Wasey that averaged 5 points and probably less minutes and probably 4 rebounds. Wasey averaged 8-9 points and shot better percentages and all that. That kid was able to. He just got another deal, so he's in. You know, so a lot of times it ain't all basketball is what I'm trying to say. You know, that's just it, man. It just everything ain't what it looked like. Everything.
It's the game on top of the game.
Yeah. So and you just got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. You got to try to acquaint yourself with the quote unquote right people, and you got to kind of figure that out. Because once you got the basketball part figured out, now you got to figure out the game on top of the game.
Yeah, and we'll see. I was going to ask you to kind of summarize that, right? And the takeaway is kind of stay with the fight if that's what it is, right?
Right.
Understand the dynamics behind or outside of just being able to play ball.
Yeah. So you asking me what I mean by continue to fight?
Yeah.
So, like some of the stuff I'm telling you about now, that's just me. That's me in my view or my perception. That's not what I preach to Wasey. So what I preach to Wasey is you just keep your head down. You keep working. You keep doing this. You keep doing that. And I think, you know, you see it in this game as far as his production, as far as his maturity level. I think you see it with his leadership. And I just tell him, you continue to do that, and then your chance to come. Same way I told him about getting in a situation in now. You know, you just keep pushing, and then you know he was lucky enough to get with a coach like Stoudemire, who did everything he said he was going to do and more. So he's been great to Wasey. Wasey told me he know without a doubt that when his time is over at Georgia Tech, he said he know he can call Stoudemire anytime he's going to pick up and call him or answer him. Stuff like that. I was just glad he was able to get in a situation like that.
Right.
Because a lot of people see the highlights. They see the social media posts. They see the Sports Center stuff on TV. They see him dunking on guys, but they don't see a lot of the behind the scene obstacles,
Right.
stuff like that. So it looked one way, and then sometimes it is that way, and sometimes it's been a little roller coaster for him. But man, he done did good, man. He done did good. So proud of him.
I say this, man, like what I really appreciate in this era, there's a lot of veteran or retired NBA players doing podcasts. So I say that to say this, right? So I was watching a podcast with Jeff Teague, and he was interviewing, I think he had Derrick Rose on the show, right? So Jeff Teague just got his pay dirt, right? So he just got paid, blase, right? So he got his Timberwolves is paying him, right? Derrick Rose comes in, right? Jeff Teague goes to Coach Tibbs at the time and say, hey, you need to play D Rose, like my man hooping. Like they go back, they boys or whatever. Tibbs tell him, Tibbs' response, he's like, you're getting paid. You got to play. Teague, like, bro, I want to win pretty much. Like, bro, he's the one. So it's college going. It sounds like college is going to that. To KP point, hey, you the one getting paid this NIL money. I don't give a doggone how much the youngin done developed and maybe outdoing you or outgrowing you or outproducing you. You're going to play because you're the face and you're the ticket.
And so, see, that's why I say everything ain't about basketball. And I think, just my opinion, I think that's why coaches like Tibbs can't win. Because they too busy worrying about contracts in the middle of a game instead of worrying about basketball.
X's and O's.
Yeah. So, damn, man, I got to play him because he's getting a certain amount of dollars.
Right.
Versus the guy that's producing. So, that's just my opinion. That ain't basketball right there. That answer that he told Teague wasn't about basketball.
Right. And that's kind of going to your point where you say it's the game on top of the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like college, with all the changes, is kind of that game that was kind of here. It is now.
It's definitely on that. And then they'll create these narratives to try to justify it. But always bleed your eyes. Because they'll try to say, oh, this transfer from the University of New Orleans, Salcahichi. He was a conference player of the year, and then he transferred to Villanova this year, and they want to talk him up, and then during the non-conference game when they playing against lesser competition, you look at him and he beating his chest, he's scoring 20. Soon as they get in conference play, though. Soon as they get to conference play, he's scoring 3 points. And he ain't, all of a sudden, he's looking like he should have been at New Orleans soccer. That's the conference. That's really what his level was.
Level is, yeah.
Now you're gonna try to tell me what he is because you don't give him 150,000 NIL, and you think I ain't gonna believe what I'm looking at?
Yep.
Well, and that's why I go back to, right? Should there be a cap, right? So I'm all for the players getting their just due, right? Based on what these schools make and all of these things. But to preserve the amateurism, should there be parameters put on things to say, so that doesn't come into a factor as far as
I say, I'm gonna just say no. I'm gonna tell you why. If a coach can sign a contract extension for millions of dollars at the beginning of a season, and then 2 or 3 games before the season even over, call a meeting and say, I'm out. He ain't got no rules and regulations and no caps on what he can and can't do. He can just come in and he can get his money or not get, but he can just come in and say, I'm gone. I got another job, and these last 2 or 3 games, this guy right here gonna coach y'all, and then after that, y'all figure it out. So if he can do that, then let the players do it.
Okay.
So I see where this. So you fix one, but start with the coach. You hold the coach accountable. Then we can talk about the player, because the coach has been doing this for years. So until you fix this issue, then we'll start to talk about what we can do on this side.
Well, the thing with coaches, they never had no rules. They were always able to do what they want to do.
Right.
But now they don't like it that the players can do what they want to do.
No.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Coaches,
Great point.
like I said, I mean, coaches been doing this at the beginning, and they'll sit in your living room and, hey man, we want you this and that, and then as soon as they get you on campus, they gone. Now you looking around. In the past, you just be stuck there. You couldn't leave.
Yeah. Interesting, man. It's. I think you're right. I think a couple years it won't be any more amateur or grassroots. Might not even be grassroots basketball. I don't know what we're gonna call it, right? So it won't be much amateur basketball at the college level anymore the next couple years. I do think we're going that way.
Ain't the D2s finna be able to get an AAU team, ain't it?
Huh?
Yeah.
So what? Huh? Wait, what?
I think they was talking about that at one time.
What is the D2 gonna do with an AAU team?
I don't know.
Wait, why you laughing like that, man?
Yeah, I saw an article, but I don't know the ins and outs, but I saw something like that. But
So they're gonna get an AAU team of high school players,
I think it was something like they can practice at their facilities and they can kind of recruit off the team. It was something to that nature. I don't know the ins and outs of it though, but it was something along those lines like that.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. So again, I just, man, when you get coach to flat out say it, like Tony Bennett, just this new way, this new landscape, I just can't do it. It makes me question, like, are you really mad that
you ain't got that much control no more?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Only thing you control.
But you got to put yourself in that coach shoes too, right? So that's got to be difficult, right? So you got a kid, he conference player of the year or whatever the case may be. He happy, he good. Then say another school just offer him more money.
Yeah, that's happening.
Or
like,
hey, Charles, or Tat, I ain't doing no 2x1s. I ain't doing no push-ups up the sideline.
Yeah, so
get in the portal.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So I get both sides of it.
I get it, but I just like now that you can't tell them to just shut up and dribble.
Right.
Well, yeah. So I do like that part about it, right? So
I love that part about it,
because there are some coaches who do abuse their situation, right? And there's going to be players who abuse their situation. I ain't gonna say abuse it. Who may be chasing the bag or have a different goal in mind versus a team. Hey, I'm here to win championships. Like, no, my boy, I'm here to get a bag, and I'm on to the next bag.
Every year in college is free agency.
Yep.
If I go in and have a good year, I'm either going up, or I'm going to a better situation. So every year is free agency.
Nobody wants to be a legend where they started.
So if you take a coach that's at Wofford, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he go wins 2-3 conference championships or whatever. I don't know, man. And then
high major come out.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
He gone. Temple gonna call him. He gone.
Right?
He gone.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Every year is free agency. Yeah. I'm making it better. But in the midst of that happening, I don't know.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah, right.
It ain't no. Because you don't have.
We don't talk about the portal. Is all the kids that's left in the portal.
It is.
Yeah.
It is tough, but it's always been one-sided.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that it's double-sided, now everybody want to pay attention and say, "Oh, well, the coach has been doing it."
Coach
Yeah.
has been doing either you far left or you far right.
Yeah. So
Right.
level the playing field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
don't jump in the portal unless you got a plan. Because it's a lot of D1s still in the portal. It's a lot of D2s still in the portal.
Right now.
bro, you know what's I ain't gonna even get into that. I ain't gonna get but to go off on another rant, KP.
Now go ahead.
Nah, man, that's not good for the people. It ain't good for the people. Man. People don't want to see that. People don't want to see. No, it's good combo though. Real good combo. Hopefully, people starting to understand or getting some information to help navigate through. It's gonna be difficult, man. I feel like even for myself, just going to these colleges and talking to coaches, man. Sometimes I leave more confused on the recruitment process myself. I have to call back and like, hey, keep chopping wood, bro. Tell them to keep chopping wood. That's all. At this stage, that's all you can really do until like Wasey said, until you get in it. And then once you in it, that's a whole new thing you gotta deal with, right? So it's stages to it, it's steps to it, it's a process. So and it's and be agile, man, because it's constantly changing. It's constantly be flexible because it's constantly moving, and you know what I'm saying.
But to kind of to the point that was brought up earlier about the young man from Atlanta, right? Or Charles and Tat, when you guys were saying everybody wants to follow this route and don't want to follow this route, right? Mm-hmm. Because before, and again, if you can get some money out of it, I'm all for it and all those type of things. And not saying that you should be happy, because that was a narrative as well, right? Where you're getting an education you should be happy with. I'm not saying that in the least bit, right? But also understand everybody's not on that level. Know your level when you out here making your demands and making these things.
Know your worth.
Yeah, know that. Because not everybody is going to garner the same attention that other players will. Right? So make sure you understand your situation.
All right. I know we got to go, but I'm going to ask this question. Do you think there are college coaches, like putting a pause on certain kids right now because of NIL? Like, I don't know if I can afford them. Do you think they are?
Well, I think recruiting out. I think coaches recruit to their level as well, right? So if a kid is getting high major offers, I don't know if a low major D1, some mid majors are going to come through and offer. They may throw they name in the budget, right? But I don't know if they really counting on they're going to get that.
But why not offer? You never know.
That's what I said. And when I said throw their name in the bucket, they throw their name in the bucket as far as offering them. Yeah, so they extended the offer, but in reality, I don't know if they think they can get them. Just to Charles's point of, I can't afford them.
Well, I've some do, some don't, because I know I've had one flat. I said, hey, we know we can't offer what such and such offering, but here's what we got.
Right.
So that's kind of gonna be our max, and we want him, but we know we ain't gonna be able to offer with blah blah blah. But they still will do it just to throw the name in.
So yeah, I mean that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, and to your point, Wace. Yep, I'll throw my name in. This is what I got. Now I know it probably ain't what they're being told they can get or being offered, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
So I'll say this, man, for the young recruits that are out there. Hopefully things are going you guys' way. but still, even though a bag is part of this process, man, make sure you selecting best fit as well. Best fit is what's gonna keep you relevant, is what's gonna keep you developing, what's gonna keep you growing. Don't chase a bag just to get a bag, and that ain't it.
Make sure you got an advocate with some power. Make sure you got a support system that don't give a. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got somebody who ain't feel like they're supposed to be in the room as well. But that's important too.
And got some sense.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to,
let them know.
Yeah, all of that matters. Because you have some people in certain positions who are entitled, feel like they, so just have you some strong people in your corner. Don't go nowhere where you by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good, great advice, man. So just want to put that out there, man. I think the combo has been great, man. So we got some insight on the high school joint that's coming up for all the players, high school athletes that's going to try out tomorrow, man. Hopefully y'all got y'all butts in bed, hydrate.
Hopefully you got y'all dragonfly straight.
Dragonfly straight. You know what I'm saying?
You won't be in there.
Well, hopefully you prepared, man. So it's like bro. I used to be so amped, bro. I used to sleep with my sneakers by the bed. I have my joint laid out. I'm ready. Let's go. So hopefully y'all got that, man.
Charles, let me ask this, man. To Wasey, Coach Wasey and Coach Tat. What would be some advice? One or two things that you would give if any young folks are watching right now, or the parents are watching that they can pass to their kids about trials tomorrow. What would be one or two things?
I mean, I hope you've been working. I mean, just have your dragonfly fit.
I said be there both days. Make sure you're there both days. And I don't know, just don't be afraid to let it all hang out. Just leave it out there. But make both days.
Man, don't come in there taking all those bad shots either, because that ain't gonna get you. That ain't gonna get you selected. Taking all those bad shots, taking 100 shots.
Let me live, baby. Let it fly.
They're gonna let you live. They're gonna let you live down at the rec department. You come in there.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, man, come in there and compete and show coach what you can do.
And that's what I would say, right? So I would say
be present.
What'd you say, Wes?
Make sure you're present both days. Don't
Make
come.
Sure, but parents, and this too, for real. And I know we just said it, but they ain't playing about that. Make sure your kids' physical dragonfly physical stuff is up to date and ain't expired. And then you get them a physical on Wednesday, and trials is over with, and then you come up to the school to why he can't try out and all this, that, and the other. Oh, he didn't tell me, and man, make sure that stuff is done. So these coaches don't want to hear that stuff, man. They're trying to get ready for the season, huh? You had all summer and all last school year, and the school even have physicals at the school. They had days, man. If the kid didn't tell you, then that's on the kid. The kid really didn't want to play.
Yeah. And I would say for the parents out there, for kids going into this their first year of high school, right? Understand this transition is about to be different for you.
And I say one more.
By reaching out to all the parents to remind them of everything. The kids are being told what's required. The kids, more onus is being put on the kids to make sure that they straight. That's going to be a transition for some of you guys.
And parents, there's one last thing tonight. Before tomorrow, go into Infinite Campus and look at these kids' grades before they go out there to try out, because these coaches are gonna look at these kids' grades as well, and if they end up failing 3 and 4 and 5, they ain't gonna keep them.
Hey, so I'm gonna say this. Every year, so I used to coach middle school. Every year, and we ain't even go hard. So I can imagine if your kid ain't did nothing, get ready to have them ices for them shin splints. It's coming. They finna get shin splints like hell. So just have a bucket of ice for them. I'm just saying. I see it every year. Every year. They ain't did nothing all summer. They come out there, my shins hurt. Yeah, your ass ain't did nothing.
Hey, being injured, they'll get you an extra day of trials.
Because I can't go. I'm out for 2 weeks. Motherfucker, that's well, time to go.
Hey.
That joker know how to end the show, don't he?
Charles, just have to die. You straight, bro.
My bad, Charles, man. Am I lying though?
No, you ain't lying.
Yeah, just say it.
It's moving fast, especially you got tryouts, you got games 3 weeks. Trials hit, and you got games in 3 weeks. Meaning you got scrimmages, games, and all these things before you start playing.
You yelling about your shins, but we got a game next week.
Yeah, better check them. Better check that Infinite Campus.
That'll be the funniest stuff, boy. So yeah, man. Good luck to everybody that's going to whether it's your first tryout, your second or third tryout. If you but anyway, good luck.
I was gonna say all that. He talking about good luck.
I don't know what else
The shit splits don't come into play.
Hey, I promise you, anybody complain about shin splits, man, you text me immediately.
I don't know, because we might have one for real. We might have one for real. Jokes. We'll have a joke like that for real. My shin splints.
I promise. I haven't done a year yet, and I deal with it every year. But anyway.
Hey, all the young folks, y'all be ready to go tomorrow.
Oh yeah, be ready to go, man.
Bring your shoes. Be ready to compete.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go, man, because I got jokes, and this ain't the time. This ain't the time. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Anything y'all want to leave our audience with, man?
Y'all talking about trials next weekend? This weekend?
Yeah. AJ started it all.
Okay, AJ. Yeah. All right, now. Y'all cover everything, man.
I'm good, man. I'm out of here.
That.
Hold on. And when Wasey say he out of here, he really be out of here.
Yeah, he gone.
Man, yeah.
Like we Charles hit the button, and then we come back. It is I'm like, where did Wasey go?
Wasey be out of there.
That people gone.
I'm gonna go try to check Stu and them out to let this lad.
Yeah, it's close.
Don't tell me. I'm gonna go check it out.
All right.
All right, man.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.